hard shell tacos.
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 Hey, so this was recorded a while back, and part of what has made it, part of the delay has been getting, for about a solid 10 minutes, I was not recording the other side of the audio, so it's just me talking, but you can faintly hear what Lily's saying on the other side of it. So I've been trying to touch that up. And then I just realized, why the fuck am I doing this instead of just putting out content? So we're going to jump in right where I get the audio fixed. And maybe like on Patreon or whatever the fuck, I'll put the other part, the beginning part that has the rescued audio, I suppose, or fixed. So yeah, that's what we're going to get into right here. It's me figuring out that I fucked up. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, repeat that one more time. Oh, wait. God damn it.
What? Is that on one of your parts?
No, I wasn't recording the audio the entire fucking time.
Oh my god! Way to go!
God damn it. I fucked.
Oh, well. It wasn't meant to be on the recording.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna re-shit all over the shadow workbook. Let me just sort through the pages and find the ones that fucking suck. Oh wait, it's all of them. It's not that bad. I'll give it a shot. It's just I don't think I'll like it. It's kind of like, it's ooky spooky stuff, not so much psychology stuff.
Yeah.
I think that might be why.
Yeah.
Like all this little like character archetype, MBTI and Enneagrams, and like it's interesting, but it's like the same thing as it's like astrology for nerds.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Enneagrams and all that shit is.
I remember I did that Enneagram thing a while back, and I forgot what, like, I guess number.
Yeah, it's a number.
Yeah, I need to retake that, but I do know for the Myers-Briggs one, I am one of the rare ones, INFJ. And from what I've read about that is that it's a pretty, like, rare one to have. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it's... I think that takes those types of things, like MBTI and Enneagram, it's taking, like when the old argument of nature versus nurture, as far as like human beings go, you're taking the nature aspect out of it completely with like MBTI, and it's just humans are completely social creatures, and biology and, instinct and things like that are for other lower animals.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know, you can't pigeonhole somebody's personality into some archetype.
Yeah.
Like the shadow workbook. It's like everything, a lot of it depends on environment. A lot of it depends on where you are at that time.
They need to do something. Maybe you and I could create one. They need to create different shadow workbooks like that for certain types of trauma.
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because, like, a lot of these books kind of aim towards one kind of trauma, and it's not really helpful to, like, for you and I know those
it's
books
not useful
are not
for
helpful.
Everyone. Yeah.
No. So I'm like, we might have to talk about this offline, but we should probably create something like that for ourselves. Because, everyone's trauma is very different. There are people who have gone through similar stuff as us, but it's like the way they process and the way they want to, I guess, process and heal isn't the same for everyone.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, look at how our parents reacted to theirs.
Yeah, we should definitely do something to kind of help others who maybe feel the same way that we do. and who process their trauma kind of along the lines that we do. Maybe this podcast is it, but
this is kind of an analog for that.
Yeah, but we can probably expand on it and figure something
podcasting.
Out. Maybe. But yeah, we should figure something out. But because all these books, when I look at it, I'm like, man, I don't want to fucking answer these questions because they're just basic ones to me. I don't know.
Right. Some of these are the same, and a lot of them are the same, and only like in this one, only a few of them are really interest me in answering.
Mm-hmm. That's how I am.
What motivates me in life? Wow, that's a real. You really went out on a fucking limb there.
Right.
Really thinking outside the box. Jesus.
Yeah, like on this Burn After Reading book too. When I scrolled through some, I was like, I don't want to answer all these questions because they're stupid.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
So
that's why I stopped doing it. The Mind Journal, the one that I got from, it was like Men's Health magazine or some shit.
Oh yeah.
That one was actually pretty good, and it wasn't really all that specific to men.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just marketed that way. Because maybe like the Burn After Writing, whatever. Mine is pink, right? And,
mine is too. Yeah.
Okay, so it's pink, but this Mind Journal thing, it has it's like a faux leather backing. It's subdued, has a sick little ribbon that you put for a bookmark, and it looks quote unquote manly. You know, it looks more aesthetically acceptable and concealable. Like, I have to hide that I have emotions, so I'll do it in this book.
Yeah.
Looks like something else.
On this Burn After Reading, I literally did 2 pages. That was it.
I think I went through the first couple of pages, and then once I started getting a little bored with it, I just started flipping through and doing the ones I liked.
Yeah, like I just picked a random page one day and I did that. I think there's another one somewhere that I answered, maybe not, but I'm like, I give up on this shit. It's not helping.
Yeah.
And yeah, these questions are very basic. But yeah, I think I have some ideas, and I'm gonna keep them for offline because I don't want people kind of stealing my idea.
Trying to think of I don't know. You said you had INFJ. I got INFP.
INFP.
It's another one of those uncommon types.
Yeah.
I remember it when at my first job, the new director sent out the little 16personalities.com or whatever. It was just a fun talking point or talking piece.
Yeah.
And so I got INFP, and of everyone else, no one else in the group got one, but except for her. So when, as much as I like to kind of crap on him, as soon as she said that she got that, I was like, of course you sent this out. Look what you got.
Yeah, one of my jobs had me do that many years ago, and they kind of had everyone's name under each, different one, and I think I was the only one who had mine. And then when I was doing the school thing for work, my first class, the teacher had us do that too, and he's like, these things tend to change over time, and it was, I think the last time I did that was 2017, and then I did it last year in 2023. And I got the same one. I got the same result, INFJ. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I mean,
I've gotten the same result
who I am.
for a long time.
Yeah, I'm like, I am who I am. Sorry.
I did one in the military. I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. But the placement, it is in a grid, and there's the 4 quadrants, and it was something like that. And then there's one for kind of strange people. I think that's how it was described in the results section or whatever. And that 2 guys got it.
Okay.
like the really weirdo loner types, not like harmless, but weirdos.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they happen to be very good friends. And
Okay.
they didn't ever talk to anyone else but each other.
That's funny.
I kind of talked to one of them, just first name only. His name is Vinny, and he's from Pittsburgh. So we had to share a room in North Carolina, so we got to know each other pretty well, and so that was nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I gotta try to find out what that was. All right. I don't know if it was captured by audio, so I'm just gonna ask it again. Is you were saying the one of the prompts from the Better Every Day, one of the example ones
Shit.
was what was it? Write a letter to someone who hurt you. That's right.
Yeah.
So this
And
card,
there's another one. Oh, go ahead.
So this card I got is I'm still hoping for an apology from. How?
Okay.
Is that the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of just worded differently, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Like there are some people who hurt me that I don't want an apology from. I don't want anything. Like an apology is just going to upset me more. It's not going to.
Yeah,
it's
for
not
me,
it's not going to make anything better.
Yeah, for me, it's just, it doesn't, I don't care for one, because
Yeah.
it's not going to fix whatever happened.
Yeah.
I'm still going to feel the exact same way, because I'm not going to excuse all of the shit, just with an apology. That's not how I work.
Yeah, there is, and that's not like a blanket statement, like anytime somebody does something I don't like, I'll never forgive anyone for anything. That's fucking ridiculous. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
There are some things that I cannot or will not, I don't know, pick one, will not forgive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not hoping for an apology. Are there things I would like to say to them? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, same.
Yeah. So the other one that I got that's kind of a, the other side of the coin is someone that you owe an apology to.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought that was a good.
Easily answer that one. Yeah. That one.
Well, if you got one.
Oh, well, obviously, I would apologize to my brother.
Oh, yes, you have mentioned that.
What I said, I definitely owe him an apology, and I know that me apologizing or reaching out to him when I do isn't gonna change that either for him, So I don't even try to reach out to him anymore because I don't want to, I guess, egg it on and get him more irritated and angry or whatever towards me if he's feeling anything towards me. I'm just giving him that time.
I'm not gonna say it's the same thing, but a very good friend of mine. We had been friends since we were like 13, 14, I think. And
Gotcha.
So we knew each other. We were continued to be very good friends the entirety of however long. And at one point he had this particular pair of friends that he had from he had met them like maybe at age 11, 12, something like that. So those two, like the day ones or whatever, and
yeah.
So he has, it's a weird sense of loyalty. Like I would say it's loyalty to a fault, just because. Here's what I mean. So, he ended up becoming living with one of the other ones, one of the day one people.
Gotcha.
And anytime I saw him, he would just gripe nonstop about the roommate who he had known only a few years longer than me. So I made the mistake of thinking that we were on, similar footing, but turns out we're not. So after months and months and months of listening to him fucking complain nonstop, he would come to my house and hang out here to get away from him, and would just bitch nonstop. And one time we're out and about and we're drinking a little bit. It was at just a bar or whatever, and we're sitting outside and he's bitching about his friend again. So, okay. I've been hearing this for months now. So he says that the lease ends like at the end of the year or whatever the case was, and he's I can't wait to fucking move, and like I don't want to be around him anymore. And I mistook that as he just wanted someone to listen, which is what I had been doing, and I decided to help, to try and help. And I said, yeah, he's a fucking douchebag. I don't know why you hang out with him anyway.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that, he was very upset about that. I haven't spoken to him since that night. That was several years ago. And, do I owe him an apology? I don't think I owe it to him.
I don't think so, because he was bitching about that guy anyway.
Right.
So it's like, what do you want? What do you expect someone to do in that situation, hearing that stuff?
I was listening to it for months.
Mm-hmm.
So I came to the conclusion that you must not like him that much.
Yeah.
And turns out I was wrong. But this is when I say loyalty to a fault. He had a girlfriend, and at the time that they were together, both of those dudes lived elsewhere. One in Nevada, one in California. They were in the military. So anytime they came to Phoenix, he would straight up not talk to anyone but them.
Weird.
Yeah. I didn't take it as strange at the time, but this happened to me twice. But I'll just what happened, like how that whole doesn't talk to anyone but them, like including his girlfriend, who he would straight up tell her, like, no, they're more important to me than you.
What the fuck, man?
Goodness gracious, bro. No wonder she's fucking mad. So just one time he came over to my house, and I didn't know, but they were with him. And like I know them, of course, because we have a mutual friend, and they're like all right, but I don't exactly care for them. At least one of them, the roommate one, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Do not like him one bit. The other one, he's fine. He's fun. I could hang out with him. It's not that big of a deal. But they came over, and they just kind of used my house as like a little party palace for a day, and then just left.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I was kind of shoved out of the festivities the entire time. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's happened to me more than once.
Yeah, like my best friend has, friends that we both mutually know, but I'm just there by association. Like, we all know each other from like high school, whatever, elementary school. But yeah, I don't really like her friends, and she knows that it's because I see, their true selves. Like, she knows that I can read people like a fucking book, and I know their intentions, and they've made it really well known, especially around the time her and her husband moved from Arizona to like Kansas and whatever, because he was in the Air Force. And then when she got pregnant, they just started showing her true colors, and she was telling me about it. I'm like, I straight up told her, I don't fucking like these people. And I told her on the day of that I went for her baby shower, I let her know, I'm not going to say shit to these people.
Yeah.
Or no, on her son's first birthday when I went out there, I let her know, I was like, I don't like these people because they're fucking fake, and I just don't like that they're doing this to you, because she's like the most big-hearted, caring human being on this earth, and I love her to death. But these people are not her true friends, and I've said that to her. And I'm like, I'm not going to start any drama on this day, but just know that I don't like these people. There will be a time and a day where I will say some shit, and if people know who I am, that I'm not afraid of confrontation anymore. I used to, but I don't give a fuck anymore. But two of these girls came to the birthday party, and I was kind of cordial here and there, but I literally ignored them the entire day. Even at her baby shower too, actually. I was like, I don't care. I don't want to pretend to be nice to people I don't like, I can't do that.
Yeah. I was going to be cordial. I would have been polite. I would have never said anything to the other dude.
But like for me, there is gonna come a day that we're gonna be hanging out, and I will be calling people out for their shit because that's just what I do now. I guess healed version of me calls people out on their bullshit, and I guess like my mom, if I don't like you, I'm gonna let you know because I don't want to be around fake people like that, and I definitely am very overprotective of the people that I care about. So like if we ever hang out, my best friend and I, with those people, I'm gonna let them know I don't like them and why. And whatever transpires after that, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm living in the consequences of that exact move.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I didn't tell it to the guy himself. I told it to like end of bitching session. The finally saying like I'm finally gonna be rid of this person. Like, okay, well, good. Why the fuck do you hang out with him in the first place? And then. Yeah, apparently that was a step too far for him. So he, like, even with his girlfriend, he picked them instead of me. Whatever.
Yeah. And like now that my best friend is back in Arizona, those friends might start coming around again, but still, they're not good people. But I think she knows that now because I always tell them, like, I don't fucking like these people because they're fake. They only come around when it's convenient for them. But they're talking shit about you, you know, as well. And doing all this other shady ass shit. And I'm like, I'm not down for that. And I'm like, you don't deserve to be around those fucking people. And as you get older, you will realize that you don't need to have like 50 fucking million friends, you know, in your life. Like I literally have 2 and that's all I need. Like close friends. I just have 2 and that's it.
Well, similar. Yeah, I'm exactly very much the same. Close friends. Well, now I have 1, and that's it. That's all I got.
And like, you can even know people your whole entire life, and they're still gonna be a fucking piece of shit to you in the end. That happened to me with my ex-best friend. We were friends since kindergarten, and our friendship ended in like 2015. And I just realized that she was just very selfish. She was a fucking narcissist, or she is a narcissist, and she only really cared about herself and, you know, would just leave me in the dust half the time. So I was like, that's probably the worst heartbreak I've ever went through. Besides any breakup, that one was the worst because, you know, we were like sisters and we knew every fucking thing about one another without judgment. And she tore my heart into pieces. But even your closest friends, at the end of the day, at some point, you will start to see their true colors as well. But the 2 friends that I have left, like, we've literally been through hell and back with one another. So we really know each other well enough, and we truly value each other's friendships, unlike this other fucking dumbass girl who was just looking out for herself all the time and didn't give a shit about who she cut off, no matter how long you've known them or whatever. But anyways, yeah, as you get older, your friendship circle becomes very small.
Yeah, of course it does. Especially
so
when
like
people
if you're
start
in
having
high
kids
school
and
or
stuff.
something. Yes, that's where the true colors start to show. And yeah, that's what I started seeing with my best friend, and that's why I let her know, like, I don't fucking like these people. But she knows it too, you know, so she kind of keeps a distance from them as well, but she still tries to be somewhat cordial with these people, even though I'm like, cut them off.
I am very sorry to derail this, but I can't not do it. I'm watching on the side I have Discord open, so I'm watching my friends chat a little bit, and they post a picture of a store display from I can't tell where it's from. I think they said China, but I can't really tell. It's like a grocery store shelf or whatever, but it's like Costco-sized boxes of stuff. And
okay, yeah.
So it shows a guy taking a box of Oreos, but they're like quadruple stuffed Oreos, and
oh my god, I want those.
The box always has like a close-up, and it always says like shown for just enlarged or enhanced for detail. This is not the actual size. And they're here like talking about fucking like Do you think the Oreos are actually that big?
Oh my god,
No, you
idiots.
fucking morons!
It literally says it on the package next to the picture.
It always says it right under the picture, scaled for details or whatever, to show you more detail of the picture of the food. And
Yeah.
but it's in the box is in, I think it's Chinese, and yeah, it's Chinese. So
Okay.
yeah, it's in Hanja, so that they can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
And they further there's these are actually legit. It's like a trash can sized bucket of ramen.
Oh god.
You can get in Japan. So my friend that lives there, she was saying like, I'm gonna find where these are.
Okay.
And if you guys come to Tokyo, we're all gonna go in on one.
So I just realized my microphone that I use wasn't turned on, so I don't know if I sound any better than I did.
About the same.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so what a fucking derailment. But like, dude, are you fucking dumb? Do you not know how advertising works?
Oh my god, that's something I'm not gonna miss about my retail job, is the fucking stupidity that walks into those fucking doors every single day, including employees. There's a lot of like just ridiculous, stupid fucking people.
Yeah, retail's a magnet for it.
That walk into the store all the time. I always, like, I've said it before, there's days where I just am an asshole to people when they're asking, where's this at? I'm like, it's in the aisle where the sign says this. I'm like, fucking read the goddamn signs and use your fucking common sense brain, because every grocery store has shit pretty much in the same type of aisles, And like, even with employees, when they're putting stuff away, like the cashiers are like, where does this go? And I'm like, you fucking work here. You shop in the store. I'm like, you shopped in a grocery store, right? Like, use your fucking brains. Like, golly, I cannot. I'm sure I'm going to deal with stupid people at this new job too, but probably not as bad as a fucking retail job. Like, my God, I'm not going to miss half of the people that I work with, a big chunk of the people that I work with, and I'm not going to miss stupid, entitled pieces of shit that shop at my store. Yeah, I'm like counting down the days till that last day because I don't want to work retail.
So when you're doing x-rays on people, instead of not knowing where the thing goes or where the thing is, they're not going to tell you how the thing that is in their butt got there.
Right?
They just don't tell you. And it's like, bro, nobody cares. Okay?
Like, just take a wild guess. It's like, I already know how it got there. But it's like, why did you put it up there?
Well, I need to know how it got there so I can help you get it out. Or so I can help fix what it did to you.
That's fucking wild. I follow a lot of like doctors and x-ray techs and nurses, on TikTok and stuff. That's a big thing. People just love shoving shit up their assholes.
Yeah, they do.
And it's just
People
insane
like putting stuff in their butt.
They shove. Yeah, and it's just insane what they shove up there. I've seen someone shove a light bulb.
I saw
an extra of someone that like, whatever. People are weird.
Yeah. But like, they don't care. You're not the weirdest person to walk in here today. So, like,
trust me, we've seen worse.
Yeah, if you don't give an accurate account of what happened, then they can't give you the proper care.
Yeah.
Something actually that I found interesting that I see a lot is a lot of people saying that it should be mandatory that you work in retail or food service or something. So that everyone has an idea of how those people are treated, so you can experience it firsthand. But
yeah,
I don't know. Conscription's never a good idea. I don't think anyway. Like, people in the military say the same thing. Like, military service should be mandatory, and everyone should have to do it so that you know what it's like, and blah blah blah. Yeah, well, fucking rich people are gonna get out of it anyway. So who cares? Does it really matter?
Yeah. Like any type of customer service job, people have to experience that at least. but especially in like food service and retail, for fucking sure. I mean, even dealing with, because I used to work for Medicaid and Medicare, um, and I had to deal with customer service there of people with their benefits, and I swear to God, some of these fucking people too, um, were ridiculous. But I would probably take those types of customer service issues. Give me those more than these fucking retail people, because some of these, God damn it, man. Especially where I work, I work in a pretty rich area. So you get all these entitled, white people that come into the store all the time. And yeah, they just fucking demand a red carpet, a fucking, whatever. And I don't give them that service. And I don't care if they complain. I'll gladly give them my name. And I'm like, you have a good day. I don't care.
I don't know. I haven't worked retail or anything before. Any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if customer service, I suppose, yes, but overall, no, very little. But at the same time, I'm also not an asshole. It's a very foreign concept to a lot of people, I know, but I find it really easy to just not be a dick.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
I mean, I wasn't like that many moons ago, when I worked at Target, and that was back in 2003. I was kind of nice to people. I've been called every single name in the fucking book, and I just roll it off my back. I'm like, honey, I've been fucking called worse and had worse done to me than your words.
Yeah, my favorite thing when people call me names or anything is just, I've been called worse things by better people. Sorry.
Yeah, I just tell them thank you. Like, I know a lot of the people that I work with are going to be very excited that I don't work there anymore, because I know everyone thinks I'm a fucking bitch, and I don't care. I'm like, and what else is new? Like, now when I went back to retail, it really shows me that I don't fucking like people at all. I cannot stand people, especially entitled fucking people, and just ignorant. I can't do fucking stupid idiots and ignorant people and fucking entitlement. And if they call me a name, I tell them thank you, have a good day, you can get out of my store. That's usually what I would do now. So I'm like, honey, you need to come up with a better insult, because whatever you're trying to tell me is not gonna affect me. It's like, your words have no meaning.
Thinking of the scene in Lord of the Rings, you have no power here. It's a meme that people use.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Like, there's this coworker that triggered me so bad at one point. We had to talk it out, but this fucking lady tried to nitpick and piss me off every single day. And yeah, I always just I might fucking tell her off on my last day, since I won't be working there anymore. I might tell everybody off. But yeah, I need Wednesday to get here. And I have to kind of keep my cool with these last few days of my working this job, because if I get fired or quit before that, I don't get my vacation pay paid out, and that's the only thing I care about right now, is getting that fucking all of that time paid out to me, because that's a lot of money. And I'm like, you need to contain yourself, don't do anything stupid, keep doing your job so that you don't get fired before your last day. But I'm just like, come on, Wednesday, I cannot wait.
All right, I got a card here.
Okay.
When no one is watching, I blink.
When is watching, I blink. Do I have to answer this, or
yes,
can you
do.
Too?
I will, but yeah, I want to hear yours first. No, like nose picking. Fucking everyone does that. That doesn't count.
When no one is watching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one thing that I do when no one is watching or when no one is near me is I sing.
Okay.
That's something I don't like people to see. Well, I mean, I kind of ruined it yesterday at work. I had my ear pods in and I was just jamming out, singing along, and I think my coworkers heard me. I'm like, I don't care anymore, because I won't see you ever again. But that's something that I do when no one is watching, is I sing. That's a little thing that I like to keep for myself. What's yours?
When no one is watching, besides picking my nose. Oh man, I go just completely out of my way to try. Like, if I see a stray cat, I just try so fucking hard to get next to the cat. I want to pet it. I want to pet the kitty. I do it a lot.
I'd like that with any animal.
There's a colony. There's two feral colonies in my neighborhood, and
Okay.
so whenever I see the little ones, they're fine, but the moms usually are not happy with me.
Yeah, I made friends with an injured, what was it? An injured skunk before.
Nice.
It let me get as close to it as it would anyone else, you know, because it was injured. It was hot outside. I was at a brewery, and it was underneath a car until we were trying to give it water, and it would only let me give it water and like splash them towards it to keep it cool. And then I recently discovered that in my area we have foxes.
Nice.
Not yesterday, a few days ago at work, I was waiting for one of our truck deliveries to come, and it was like 8:30, 9 p.m. And I was taking stuff outside, and I see these two little critters, you know, running towards a preschool that's next to our store, and they were going into the playground, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, are those coyotes? But I'm like, they're too small, you know, too low to the ground to be coyotes. And then I was like, I bet you those are foxes. And then when I was going home later on, like hours later, I saw one in my neighborhood as I was turning down my street, like scurry into someone's yard. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know foxes existed out here in Texas. I was like very fascinated. I'm like, I want to pet one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go pet one, but they might like screech at me or something. I don't know.
I'm always told it's like cat software running on dog hardware. So if like the viciousness of a scared cat with the tools of a very nasty dog. Yeah. And from what I'm told, they mark everything. And
okay.
I used to follow this account. She's really popular. The fox is named Juniper. It's really.
Oh, I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes, and on TikTok. Yes.
Yeah, on Juniper's account, like from time to time, she would do little like AMAs, and one of the things that it comes up every single time is like how's the smell? Like because like I have cats or I have dogs and I have both, and how's the smell compared to that? And she would always say like you have no fucking idea how bad this smells.
Wow.
You cannot imagine how horrible it smells in my house.
Oh my god.
Like if
gross.
People can smell it from next door. It's that
wow.
bad. Yeah.
Wow.
And so something cool that ended up happening is Home Depot, they did a little partnership thing. Obviously it was a plug, but they were like, challenge accepted. We're going to find and give you the best pet-proof carpet we can. We're taking the challenge. We want to see if it stands up to fox piss. And I haven't checked in, but I'm gonna guess that it's a little better. And the outdoor having an outdoor enclosure really helps, so they can go outside and do all that shit instead of inside. But so that was the thing. Like I had been looking into, because here in Arizona, like Arizona being what it is, can have any animal, no restrictions on anything. So I was like, I think let's look into one of those domesticated foxes from the USSR, now in Siberia. So let's look into one of those. And I'm like, okay, the price, most of the price is in traveling to go get it. But then I found one of the few times I showed restraint in my life, I stopped and looked up, like what's a domestic fox situation like, and that's actually how I came across the Juniper account.
Okay.
So, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't want my house smelling like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw a coyote the other night. It was by itself though.
I've seen coyotes before. Yeah. I've seen coyotes out here before, but the foxing, I was weirded out. I'm like, what the? I thought it was a raccoon. I thought it was a fucking little baby puppy, a
Yeah.
coyote pup. Because of the big fucking ears. And I'm like, there's no way it can be either of those things. And then, yeah, I was like, are those foxes? Coyotes, though, are pretty cool looking, too. They're very lanky.
Yeah, they really do look like just dogs, just a mutt.
Yeah.
A shepherdy type of mutt, and there you go. That's a coyote.
Yep.
But, so, speaking of the cost going out to get said fox, this question. My relationship to money changed when? And I don't know. My interpretation is for the better. So for that, it was when I got a big boy job that pays big boy money.
Yeah.
I think that was a good one. But it
I
was
have
also for the worst too, because once I started having a little bit more disposable income than I'm used to, I started splurging a lot. It took actually a lot to get back in control of that.
Yeah, I still have that problem.
I do too.
But I was never taught how to, be responsible with money as a kid, because I saw my parents live paycheck to paycheck, always struggling. So that's something that I'm still dealing with, and it's because I'm an impulse buyer and I like to spoil myself a lot. And no matter how many times I budget or whatever, I'm just always close to broke. With the exception of the time I did save $1,000, I need to start that shit back up again with my little money saving challenges. I'm gonna start doing that with this new job, because I do need to save for a fuck ton, for my trip in October. Oh, speaking of, I get to go see Justin Timberlake in May.
Ooh.
I'm very excited about that. And then today my friend texted me and let me know that they got us tickets to go see Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, Sierra, and Timbaland in July.
Sorry. What is this, like the hot 2006 lineup?
I guess
that's a solid lineup though.
I'm fucking excited about that.
That is really cool.
My friend sent me a text and was asking, isn't Missy Elliott and Timbaland on your bucket list of concerts? And I'm like, yes. And the tickets went on sale today, and my friend was able to get us tickets, and I'm very fucking excited, because I'm like, Missy Elliott and Timbaland. I'm like, I've already seen Busta Rhymes when I saw Wu-Tang, but I'll see him again. And then Sierra, I love her. But I'm excited for that concert. My day was made today when I got a text from my friend saying, I got tickets. I'm like, hell yeah. Sign me up. Let's go. So I'm very excited. There's a lot of concerts coming my way, which is great.
Did your friend get the tickets?
Yeah.
For you, or are you paying them back?
I'm paying them back.
Oh, okay. Still, for them to front it for you, it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know for the Tool concert, my friend just paid for the ticket, surprised me with it. Same thing when I went to go see Thrice. That same friend just surprised me with the tickets. And then what the fuck was the last? No, that was the Tool concert. Was the last one we went to. Alkaline Trio, I got us those tickets, but for Justin Timberlake and this concert, those tickets were pretty expensive. So we're like, let's pay each other our half, because both of those concerts were expensive.
So actually, on that, this is actually a good one. Good segue into this card is the last time I did something generous for someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive, but...
For me, I'm going to say taking my dad to go see the Eagles. Because that was a very expensive all-around trip and thing, but it was well worth it. Because it was something that I wanted to do with my dad for a very long time. And I think in a way it healed his little teenage self, because I saw that. I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was like, man, I wish I would have recorded my dad,
How excited he was.
Just having the fucking time of his life. But it's like every time I went to go do that, I would just start crying. And he probably, like, every time I went to do that, because I never got to see it side of my dad, he was beaming the entire fucking concert. Him and I were just, like, beaming ear to ear, but him, just seeing how excited he was, like, his inner teenager came out, and I'm like, I want to get this on video so that I can remember this one day, but I know that if he would have seen me do that, he probably would have stopped.
Oh,
singing
yeah.
along. I was like, and then I just didn't want to take away from the moment we were having, so I'm like, I will just keep that memory to myself, but I'm like, I still wish I would have gotten him on video, because it was just so cute to watch him just smiling from ear to ear the entire concert. He was so excited, and that's one of the things that I think probably one of the most generous things I did, and I guess it's kind of selfish because I also did it for me too, but I, fulfilled something that he's been wanting to do for a while, because he's always wanted to go see the Eagles. But yeah, that's one of mine, and I'll never forget that moment. It was a great time.
Oh man, I don't have anything that profound.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, I went to QT, just gas station, corner store, for if you don't have those where you live, people.
We just got those in Texas like a couple years ago, and I'm so happy.
It's like a Diet Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Yeah. They're building one out there in Arizona.
Yeah. I think
it's
stoked.
like Goodyear, right?
Yeah.
Is it Goodyear?
I don't know where exactly. I just know it's in the Phoenix metro area. I'm excited.
Yeah, they need to have one closer to me, man. Yeah, ours are pretty far.
I went there, and there was a guy, like, there's are often people, probably homeless or just whatever the case is, sitting out, that they just sit outside of the store. They sometimes solicit money, but not every time. So I go in, I get my stuff, go back to the car, I'm putting the bag in so I can sit, and he asked me if I have any change from when I bought stuff. And it's like, well, no, I've only had my cards with me, so no. And he was really like, oh, I understand. Okay, thanks anyway. I'm like, oh, well, all right. So I go back into the store. I go to the ATM, get some money, and I just handed it to him. Like, all right, see you later, dog. Good luck. There was that. Happened again not too long ago, now that I'm thinking on it. Okay. Outside the store, there's a halfway house near the shop, so there's always some sketchy looking people, acting people, I should say. It's not just how they look. But one was it's a younger guy, and yeah, he looked pretty down on his luck, and he wasn't really doing, or he's really mild-mannered, I'll say. So, gotcha. Yeah, same thing. I know he told me that he was trying to get home, and he wanted to see his family somewhere else in the city, so he needed a little money for the bus.
Gotcha.
So, similar situation. I don't have any coins with me, so just go to the ATM.
I just found out there is a Buc-ee's an hour away from me. So nice. I'm gonna go to Buc-ee's one of these days.
That's actually like a worthwhile drive for a Buc-ee's.
Because I know all the other ones are like even farther out. I just didn't know that there was one this close. I'm like, I'll still make that drive, because I think the other ones are about 3 to 4 hours or longer farther away. But I might, I might fucking go here. Okay, Buc-ee's, or as people like to joke and call it Busey's.
That's honestly what I thought it was the first time.
Busey's, there's a lot of people that come through Texas that call it Busey's, but it's Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I got sorted out.
And it's great.
By a Texan real quick.
It's a fucking great place to be, let me tell you.
This card is a good one. The first time that I can recall feeling embarrassed. I'll start with this because I already know what the situation was. It was in second grade. It was every Christmas there was a little recital from like music class, and I got picked to do one of the monologues or whatever.
Okay.
Me and this girl, I don't remember her name. It's a black girl. She was taller than me. So we were paired. She did the first half. I did the second half of the little speaking segment. And as we were practicing, and she didn't know how to bow, like do a curtsy she was going to be wearing a dress. So she didn't know how to do that. So I did one because like, it's like this. And then everybody just blew up laughing at me. Like, man, that was rough. It was rough for 7-year-old me.
Yeah. What was the question? Like, what was the first embarrassing? What?
The earliest embarrassing moment you can remember.
Oh my God. I know. My whole life is an embarrassment. Let me tell you that. Too many embarrassing moments. I'm sure there's some that happened way earlier. God, I have so fucking many. It's insane.
Maybe the one that stands out the most.
Let me see. The one that I remember, and I fucking find it hilarious. I still thought it was funny then, and it's even more funny now. I think it was like 6th or 7th grade. I think it was 7th grade. I remember in school, I think we were lining up after like lunch or something. And I guess because our classrooms were indoors, like our buildings were indoor buildings to get to the classrooms. I should say that. And I remember we had like a water leak in the building that my classroom was in. And there was a bucket underneath, catching the water. I was talking to my friends as we were walking into the building to line up to get into our class. And in front of the entire 7th and 8th grade classes, I fucking tripped over that fucking bucket.
Oh, man.
And everyone started laughing. I mean, I started laughing too. I was embarrassed as hell. But, yeah, because everyone fucking saw it. There's probably people fucking pointing and laughing. But, yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing one that stands out, but that shit was funny. I was laughing then, and I'm still gonna laugh about it now. But literally everyone fucking saw me do it, and they would not let it go for like at least a week or two. People knew that I was a girl that fucking tripped over the goddamn bucket of water. Oh my God.
This one is, I think I felt a little bit more deeply. Like the embarrassment was also paired with feelings of being hurt, emotionally hurt. I mean, so
I have one of those too.
So I'm sitting. This is my first high school. I was freshman year of high school, so I was 13. And anyway, I'm hanging out with friends.
Wait, you were 13 in high school?
Yeah, I'm just before the cutoff for the next year, so I'm always a year younger than everyone.
Okay, I was like, did you skip grades?
No.
I'm like, that's fuck. Okay. Oh, wow.
No.
Okay.
So I'm hanging out with my friends, and we're talking about whatever, school, fucking sports. Then girls come up, and one of my friends was talking about having trouble with talking to girls. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know why you're having any problems. You're handsome. What's the big deal? Like, what are you not confident about? And they all like stopped dead and looked like stared at me. Are you gay? What? What did I do? But that was in 2003. So it was a very different
Oh
time.
my God.
Very different
Stop.
time. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
dumb. Like I was like, why are you guys laughing at me? Like what the fuck? Like he's your friend too. You not trying to gas him up or what?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like
Oh man.
I got a little bit of the British cigarette word, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
That was
my
difficult for
goodness.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of embarrassing moments. And I could literally go hours saying all of them because, like I said, my whole life is embarrassment. I don't even care anymore if I embarrass myself. But yeah, that's me tripping over a water bucket is
It's the
I
earliest
remember
one.
the most.
Oh, the most significant one.
Not the earliest one.
Yes.
Fuck, there's a lot more. There's too many for me to fucking say. There's too many. There's too many. But that one's the one that I remember the most. That was hilarious. Yeah, and that one always pops up into my head, and I'm like, you idiot.
Curtsies.
Are you laughing?
No, just thinking about
Oh my.
getting fucking roasted for showing a girl how to curtsy.
Oh my God. Oh man.
It's changed now. Like a dude culture has changed a lot more. Where I'm glad to see that this is starting to happen now. Where like men are starting to compliment each other on like physical appearance and things like that. Like it's not.
Yeah.
People aren't being weird about it anymore.
Yeah, and I like how now they're because men are pretty much taught their entire lives to suppress every emotion.
Yeah.
But I like seeing how now that men aren't afraid to show that emotion anymore, and I love that. And to me, it makes you 50 million times more attractive when you're able to genuinely, full-heartedly express yourself, without feeling that kind of shame and without feeling it like you're emasculating yourself.
Something I like to point out about exactly this, or about this change and how it's very much a good thing. I was always the fucking weirdo because I was like that. Because I've always been like this.
Yeah.
But
yes, you have.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not trying to act. This isn't a hipster moment where I'm like, I was an emotional train wreck before. It was cool. Yeah. No, that's not what I mean. But I don't know when when that became a problem. Because if being the nerd that I am, like when I was in like elementary school, I was given which is the first one, the Iliad or the Odyssey? I don't remember. I can't recall. I think it was the Iliad. I'm pretty sure.
I don't.
No,
yeah,
it was the
I don't
Odyssey.
Remember either.
It was the Odyssey. I know for sure. Yeah, it was definitely that. In that book, or I guess long form poem, which is ancient Romans and Greeks and really super tough warrior dudes, and Odysseus has a lot of very emotional moments. That's really big part of the story as he's traveling, trying to get back home, is having confrontations with Neptune or Poseidon. So that one, and then like the fallout of that, of Poseidon kicking his ass, was like he was really emotionally broken. Not because he lost a fight, but Poseidon's like, yeah, you're never gonna fucking get anywhere as long as you cross my waters. I'll make sure you never see your family again. So he was really upset that he can't see his kid, who was still in the womb when he left, and he'll never get to see his kid or his wife again. And he was very sad. And that's thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
They do it in Shakespeare stuff all the time.
Yep.
I don't know why it became a problem, but I'm glad that it's changing for the better.
Yeah, I'm glad that men are allowing themselves to be, vulnerable like that.
Yes.
And I like that it's very accepting now, because yeah, I just love that that's something that people are able to do now without shame. And you should never feel shame for expressing your, you know,
Absolutely not.
emotions. Like you should never feel like that. I mean, I, you know, got put down a lot as a kid for trying to express myself, you know. I got made fun of, so I suppressed my shit for a long time. So I kind of get what it's like to, you know, but I could just imagine like being a man and being told like you can't do that, you're a wuss if you express yourself and you're not man enough, you know,
Oh, I got that a lot.
if you start crying and yada yada yada. So I love that now it's more welcoming to be that way because people want to see that, you know. Yeah, it's good to be yeah, I love that.
I would very much, if I were a woman trying to suss out like if this is a good person or not, that would be an immediate tell for me. Like if a man is not emotionally aware, emotionally self-aware and able to communicate effectively, like this is not going to work. There's no if we can't talk to each other, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, very true. So, yeah, I really love that men are embracing more of that side, you know, and being okay with it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Because it is okay.
It is. I don't know why it was ever a fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But it's all good. Just what are the old trauma throwouts? Fucking it gave you character, made you stronger.
Oh yeah.
The fuck out of here.
I did see something I want to read. I need to find it first. I just saw something the other day.
I saw you posted it. I know what you're thinking of.
I will say there's like two things that I saw. One of them is I didn't know April was Child Abuse Awareness Month, but
I didn't either.
One of the I posted something with that, and it says, "You're stronger now because of the abuse. I bet your abusers were abused too. Now you can help others who were abused." And then it says, "What they need to hear is that was not supposed to happen. Are you okay?" And then there's another one that I found. I took a screenshot of it. What is it?
What that just actually reminded me, what you had mentioned, like that's not supposed to happen. You know, like for people who are abused. Another thing that people don't think about in the same regard of abusive type of behavior is it's not only things that are not supposed to happen but do, but also things that are supposed to happen but don't.
Yeah,
that's a little bit more of like emotional neglect and things like that.
And then I did see something on TikTok. It's like a little poem or something, but this person posted, it's like, "I learned how to read the room well before I could read a book." And then it goes on with this little writing that says, "I learned how to flinch before I figured out how to tie my shoes. I learned how to read the room well before I could read a book. I learned how to care for another child when I was only a child, sorry. I learned how to carry others' feelings before I learned how to acknowledge my own. I learned how to be something I wasn't before having the chance to learn who I could genuinely be." There was another one somewhere.
What was the last line?
"I learned how to be something I wasn't before having the chance to learn who I could genuinely be."
Oof. Yeah.
I'm like, when I read that, I was like, that hits home right there.
God damn, that hurts.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
I need to find this other one. Son of a bitch. I'll find it at some point. And then I found something that says, "Sending love to everyone who's trying to rediscover their voice after life made them believe that silence was safer." Another good one. I'll have to find that other one at some point. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. It says, "Heal. Your mom may never apologize to you because she has conditioned herself to believe that she did right by you. She hasn't healed. Heal. Your father may never apologize to you because he can only see what he's done right. He hasn't healed." And then heal. Your family members may never apologize to you because toxicity is what they were raised on. They haven't healed. Heal that quote unquote friend may never apologize to you because he, she, they isn't sorry. They haven't healed. I'm like, that also hits home too. I think that was all that I found. There's some other one somewhere.
Oh, damn it. Now I gotta try to find something lighthearted to go out on here.
I know. I'm sorry, those are the things
No, they're really
come
good.
across this week that I figured I'd share because I know people,
Yeah, of
can
course.
relate.
And those are the kinds of things that even if you acknowledge them or you know them in your head, hearing them come from someone else, hearing somebody else say those things is a very powerful feeling. To hear somebody else express, very similar emotions from, even if it's from different types of trauma. It sucks, that, like I sent to Drake Bell, like, I'm really sorry you had to go through that, but, like, holy fuck, man, like, somebody fucking gets it.
Oh, did you watch the 5th episode?
I have not yet.
Okay, we'll speak about it when you do, because I have some thoughts on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is... You think you're going to be able to get into your media list?
Wait, what?
Your media list.
Oh, the stuff I'm supposed to watch?
Yeah, the stuff you're supposed to watch.
I will with the next, with next week with having 4 days off, yes.
Oh, shit.
Since I'll actually have time, I'll probably watch that Harry Potter one first, because I know I've really been wanting to watch that one. The Notebook is going to take me quite a while to get to.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely watch that Harry Potter one.
That's a good one. God, these aren't funny. Man, actually this is not bad. I'll never forget meeting blank. Like, we had this one on the last time, but that was your question. My answer to that would be Dave Chappelle. It was long before he became a douchebag.
Okay.
So I got a chance to meet him. He was at a fight that I was working.
That's pretty cool.
It was great.
I don't even remember what my answer was to that.
The dice roll was Teenage Perspective. So it was
okay.
Your first guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I hope my kids never find out about the time quite a bit. But it's, I think this is not a blanket thing that I don't want them to know about stuff, but I think when it's age appropriate, I don't feel right now that I would have any issues sharing anything that I've experienced in my life. It's like, 'cause it's, I think, a good way to humanize myself. And I know that even though it's completely ridiculous, but the old teenage feeling of, like, they don't remember how it was like at that age. Let me remind you, or let me let you know, I very much remember. I remember a lot. And some of it was good, a lot of it was bad, but don't worry about that. You're gonna be better than me.
Yeah, like, I think if I ever have kids, I want to have, like, that open line of communication, to where we can pretty much speak to one another about anything,
right.
To where they can feel comfortable asking about maybe my childhood and stuff, but, as they get older. But that's something that I don't think there would be anything I would want to hide, because they could learn a thing or two from your own experiences,
Exactly.
That way. And I think, like, with having that kind of openness with your kids, it allows them to be, I had it in my head and it just left. Fucking ADD, man. It just allows them to be more understanding and empathetic and not judgmental, and understanding, different kinds of people, backgrounds, whatever experiences. And then it just teaches them things to do and not do, things to look out for and whatever. But yeah, if I had kids, if I ever have kids, I probably wouldn't hide anything. I would be very, if they have questions, I'm going to answer them. Maybe I'll do that with my godson, if that's something that my best friend is okay with, having conversations like that, so that he kind of learns to see, I guess, other perspectives of the human experience.
I know something that has changed culturally for America in general is cannabis use. And,
yeah.
Like, I know that it's our parents were raised on like the whole reefer madness and that kind of thing, gateway drug, all that bullshit. But regardless of how objectively better it is for you than alcohol, regardless, it's not good for like teenagers whose minds are still developing.
Yep.
So it would be like that kind of thing is like finding like a bag of weed in my kid's room or something. Like, man, come here. We're gonna fucking roll one up and then we're gonna talk, because this shit ain't good for you. I'm not. I know that it's fun, but man, this isn't the time for that. So yeah, it would just like that openness, trust is a mutual thing. It's not just they have to trust that I know what's best for them. Like I have to demonstrate why I'm worthy of trust. So like, yeah, if we get baked together and watch cartoons or whatever, like, yeah, I know what this is and I know what it's like. Just you gotta. This isn't good for your brain right now.
Yeah. Like my dad was kind of like that, where we could come to him, and he wouldn't judge you or like talk down on you or whatever. Like my dad knows a lot about some of the fucking stuff I shouldn't have been doing, but he knows that I learned from it. And the only thing he ever used to tell me as a kid, was just like, do whatever it is that you want, just don't be stupid, and make like a fucking terrible mistake. Because he understood that, you're gonna do some
kids are gonna be kids. That's what they do.
Yeah. And that's what he knew, he was just like, just don't be stupid about it. So like I always was able to come to him for whatever, like my dad knew at a young age that I was smoking pot. He knew that I drank. He kind of had that communication in a way where, you could come to him with shit like that. He didn't necessarily share a lot, but he kind of had that line of communication open to where any of us could come to him, even now, and he's fine having a conversation about whatever, and he won't judge you for it, and he'll just let you speak on it. He'll probably give his experience, and then that's it, and that's something that I would probably have if I ever have kids. I'm not going to hide anything from them.
Yeah. Oh shit, we are going pretty long here.
Yep.
Oh well.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
It's
oh well.
quite a bit, but it's all right. Let's do the fucking stuff. What's the stuff?
The outro stuff?
Yeah, that's right. Fucking lvxmedia.net is the website. lvxmedianet everywhere is for social media. If you can't find it, we're not on it. Deal with it. On the website, you could go to the shop. We have a bit of various what have yous. The taco stuff is pretty limited right now, but I'm very much open to ideas if you have any. What else do I got? Just published a really awesome, not quasi interview I did regarding some political stuff that just happened in Arizona.
Oh God, I was gonna touch on that right here, but I'm like,
yeah.
All I'm gonna say is fuck that fucking state right now, or those fuck those people.
Yes. Yeah. So I had
it's fucking wild right now. Yeah.
I had a chat with one of the regional directors for Indivisible, who is they're doing a lot of the groundwork to get that changed. So we had a nice talk. I think sometime next week I'm going to get a chance to speak with former Ambassador Ira Shapiro about the Congress. That's pretty cool. Boxing, UFC 300. Well, by the time you're hearing this, it will be out. So I don't know. Text me what you think about what happened. 833 Lux Pods. Call or text is anonymous either way. If you want your audio cut into the show, leave a voicemail. I think that's it. Do you have anything to add?
No, not really.
Cool. Let's remember our millennial spirit guides. Steve Irwin, the nature man, teaching us to love animals and respect animals, especially. You don't need to fucking touch all of them. Fred Rogers, to respect your neighbors, other people in general. LeVar Burton, respect yourself and fucking learn. Read books and be like Wishbone and put on funny clothing and act it out. And my personal favorite, Bob Ross, who is a good teacher of it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to be kind to yourself. That's it. 24. I don't know if there's any athletes that do 24.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, well, I thought he was 8.
8 and 24.
Oh, well, there you go. He's both because he's really cool.
Yep.
R.I.P. Black Mamba. All right, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
All right, bye.
Hey, just a few extra notes from the future. From the future of when this was recorded. The number, still applicable, 833-589-7637. It's 833 Lux Pods. It's fucking spelled out for you. So let me know what you think, what you thought, questions, comments, concerns, whatever the fuck. The website, there is another address, luxmediashows.com. It's a little bit easier, rolls off the tongue a little bit better. So enjoy that. And the last thing, the song taking us out today, it's called Motionless by the artist City Girl. If you want to hear more, check out more lvx.at/city. Go support a fantastic artist.